In today's beginner tutorial, we're going to learn how to use the demo trading feature on the Ourbit exchange. Demo trading lets you trade with fake funds that simulate the real market, making it a great way to learn how trading works, test strategies, and build confidence before using real money. If you want to receive a USDT welcome package, I recommend you create an Ourbit account with the link in the description. New users registering with our link will be eligible to receive these exclusive welcome bonuses. Now, the good thing about demo trading on Ourbit is that the only thing you need to get started is an Ourbit account. You don't need to deposit any real funds. If you aren't sure how to create an Ourbit account, we have a video on this on our channel, so I'll go ahead and leave a link to it in the video's description. To find demo trading, we head to the top, and under Futures, we can see at the bottom demo trading. We can click on this. Now, to start our demo trading, we need our demo funds. So we can just scroll down a bit, and in the bottom right, we can see receive demo coins, and we are receiving USDT. We can just receive the full amount. You can choose, but we are going to receive a 50,000 USDT, and we are going to confirm. We can see at the top that our application was submitted successfully, and we now have 50,000 tokens to trade. On the left side of the demo trading dashboard, we can choose what token we want to trade. There are lots of different tokens to choose from, but for this tutorial, we are going to stick with BTC. On the top right, we can see these three lines. We can click on this and click on Preferences. Here's where we can choose the theme setting, so light or dark. It really just depends. For this tutorial, we're going to keep it on dark, as I do prefer this. There are a lot of different settings here, but the most important setting is leverage mode. Right now we are on simple mode. So if we click this, we have two choices, simple mode or advanced mode. Simple mode uses the same leverage and margin settings for both long and short positions, making it much easier for beginners to manage trades, while advanced mode lets you use different settings for long and shorts separately, which gives you more flexibility, but it is more advanced, hence why it's called advanced mode. So we're going to keep it on simple mode. Scrolling down a little bit, we can see we have layout settings. So we can change from green up to red up. I'd recommend just keeping it on green up. And for layout settings, we have the most common layout setting, which is the order book on the right side. You can switch to things being on the left side. And we also have horizontal. It really just depends on what layout you like. For this tutorial, we're just going to keep it on Pro Right. You can also click on Reset to Default Layout. Next, we're going to go through what margin and leverage is. Up here, we can see something that says Isolated and 20x. Isolated has to do with margin mode. Margin mode controls how your funds are managed and used for trades. The two main options are cross margin and isolated margin. Cross margin shares your available balance across positions, while isolated margin limits the risk to only the amount allocated to that specific trade. For leverage, leverage lets you open a larger position with a smaller amount of money. For example, 5x leverage means a $100 position would control $500 worth of the asset. For beginners, I'd usually recommend using isolated margin with lower leverage, since it's simpler to manage and it helps control risk better while learning. So by lower leverage, I would mean anything from 2x to 5x. For this tutorial, we're just going to keep things simple and use 2x leverage. Next, we can go through the order types. A market order buys and sells instantly at the current market price. Limit order lets you choose the exact price you want to enter at, and the trade will only execute if the market reaches that price. On the right side, we have three different trigger orders. A trigger order places an order automatically once a certain price is reached. We have a post-only order. A post-only order makes sure your order is added to the order book instead of executing instantly. So that means that your fees will be lower for the trade. And we have a trailing stop order. A trailing stop automatically moves your stop loss as the price moves in your favor. We're not going to get too into these trigger orders as they are a bit more advanced. For this beginner tutorial, we will be using a market order since it's the simplest and fastest way to enter a trade. Before we make our trade, we can see there's something that says quantity, USDT. We can click down on this arrow Here's where you can choose how you want to size your trade. By amount lets you enter the size of the position directly, so either BTC, USDT, or contracts, while by cost lets you choose exactly how much of your funds you want to use for the trade, regardless of leverage. For beginners, by cost is usually the easiest option since you can clearly control how much money you're using on that position. So we're going to make sure we're on cost and we can confirm. So we now have our order set up. We can now choose how much of our margin we want to use. For this tutorial, we are going to use the full amount. So again, we have 50,000 USDT. And with our 2x leverage, our market exposure is almost 100,000. We have two choices. We can open a long or open a short. When we're opening a long, we're betting on the markets going up, while when we are opening a short, we are betting on the markets going down. We are going to open a BTC long. We can look at the details of our trade and then confirm it. We can now see our 2x BTC long in open positions. Here's where we can see our position size, our average entry price, liquidation price, the margin we used, our unrealized profit or losses. And if we scroll to the right a little bit using this little arrow right here, we can see we can close our position or reverse it. This means that, if we have a long like we do now, it will reverse the position to a short. And we also see something called a TP and SL. We can click add. A TP and SL stands for a take profit and a stop loss. These are important tools, especially for beginners, for helping you to manage risk and protect your account. A take profit automatically closes your trade when the price reaches your profit target, while a stop loss automatically closes the trade if the market moves against you. So right now, Bitcoin is trading at around 81,000. I can set my take profit at, let's say, 120,000. That means that once Bitcoin hits this price, we will be fully sold out of our position and we will take our profits. We can see with our 2x leverage, we would have made about 96% on this trade. For our stop loss, we want to cut our losses once Bitcoin goes past 60,000. And again, with our 2x leverage, we'd be down about 52% on this trade. We can confirm these orders. And now under take profit and stop loss, we can see both of our orders. If we click this icon, this is where we can edit our orders. We can also head to open orders. And here is where we can see more details about our take profit and stop loss. We can also edit our order here and we can cancel. If we had multiple orders, we could also click the cancel all button. To close our full position, we could just scroll back up and on the right side, go to close. Make sure again, we are in market order. We are selling our full position and we can click close log. These are the stats for our trade. So we are eking out a profit right now and we can confirm. Our order was successfully submitted and we have officially closed our position. And that wraps up our Ourbit demo trading tutorial. Remember, demo trading is not about making real profits. It's about learning the process, understanding risk management, and building the confidence you need before trading with real money. If you want to receive a USDT welcome package when signing up to Ourbit, you should create an account with the link below this video. The link will take you to this sign up page where you can see all the bonuses that you are eligible for. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We also have a website at CryptoWinRate.com where we have lots of crypto content and tons of educational guides for you to sift through. Thanks for watching and bye for now.